What's going on, everybody? Monty Weaver here. We are back for week two, 2 weeks in a row, and we are live here on Facebook and YouTube. So definitely, if you're on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. A little bit more fun on YouTube, but if you're on Facebook, it's okay. It's just a little bit more fun on the YouTube side of things. I want to see who is watching live. I see Sherry's in the chat. I hope it's Sherry and not Cherie because I know it's Cherie too. So let me know on the pronunciation there. I see Toya. I see JP here. Welcome all of you all that are here. This is our weekly show sponsored by MelonApp. If you guys are not familiar with Melon, they are a live streaming platform that allows you to easily go live on your social media channel. So they have made this all happen. So make sure that you guys check them out. MelonApp.live. If you guys can check out that platform. I'm using it here every time I go live on Monday evenings. So everything you see is all through their platform. Pastor George Hawkins is in the comments area. Good to see you, sir, here. Can't wait to see you in person again. It feels like it's been a long time since we have seen each other face to face. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you at Bootstrapping Your Way to Success, the conference. So those of you guys that are not familiar with that, make sure you check the description section on YouTube and check it in Facebook as well. Especially about this live streaming thing. That's part of what I'm going to be talking about at the conference. So you guys can come join us in person in the DC, Maryland area. Upper Marlboro to be more specific, or if you can't attend in person, you can attend virtually by buying your ticket and hanging out, because I'll also be behind the scenes running the virtual side of it. So I'm going to be speaking and I'm going to be producing. So I'll be a dual operation up there. So definitely, if you guys are interested, make sure you check that out. Pastor George Hawkins will be there. He's on Facebook right now. So if you guys do not follow Pastor George Hawkins, I encourage you to do so too, because he's one of the first pastors that I personally knew that was really all in on the live video before 2020. Okay. He didn't wait till 2020 to get started on live video. He was already doing live video. And I think it's pretty cool when you see the ministry world step up into using technology, especially to communicate and resonate with the people that grow up on this. So always good to see here. My wife is here. She didn't go to sleep yet. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. She didn't fall asleep on me yet. I know she's getting ready to go to sleep here soon, but I'm going to keep her entertained for the next hour as well. Let me see who else I got on the YouTube side of things. I got Alric over there, Carmelita's over there, Frederick's over there, Michael's over here, Felicia. I'm going to mess up the name, but I see you watching from North Carolina, so I don't want to mess up the name. So I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good tonight. I don't want to mess that up. So I don't want y'all mad at me tonight. We got a good subject tonight. So tonight we're going to be talking about getting started with live streaming. If you guys currently do live stream, let me know in the chat. Give me a yes if you currently live stream, and what do you live stream about as well. I remember getting started in live streaming and just was like, this is not something I want to do, but it really has been able to open up a lot of doors just by, turning on the camera, turning on the microphone, and actually going live. Alric says, my first question is how to get started in live stream. Yeah, Alric, let me know that, because that's what we're going to dive into tonight. So let me know exactly where you want to talk about on live stream. Lady K, Carmelita, she's on the YouTube side. I'm about to relay messages. Carmelita's on the YouTube side, K, and she said, hey, Queen K. So she's talking to you from YouTube over to Facebook. So I'm over here relaying messages too. All right. Michael says, yes, we live stream our services. So yeah, Michael and I are in an awesome community with AJ, the CEO, Modern Media Ministry. And so, yeah, we talk a lot about live streaming for ministries there. And then, all right, so Carmelita, Lady K said, hi, Carmelita, back to you on YouTube. All right. So if y'all, I'm going to have to get all y'all on the same platform. JP says, yes, empowering content creators elevate with video on the Content Creators University. And so absolutely, JP has an awesome channel on YouTube, you guys. I was on his show, so I'm gonna have to get him on my show because we had an awesome conversation. And I might have to get JP to make graphics for his own show when he comes over here because he's got some really cool graphics. Brene says she paints portraits. Yes, she does. One of the best in the business over here on YouTube. Awesome. You guys are interactive, so this is going to be a good show tonight. All right. So you guys see wearing my Melon shirt. So shout out again for Melon for making this happen. Before we get into it, web-based live streaming app. So it makes it easy to go live from any computer. So whether you're Team Mac, Team Windows, doesn't matter. Whether you're at your computer at home or like somewhere out of the country, you can go live using Melon. So let me get into it. All right. So I was on Clubhouse a little bit earlier today, and I was talking about this very subject, live streaming, right? And I kind of want to go back to my early days of live streaming and what that looked like. And I remember getting started on live streaming, and I did not really want to do it. And one of the ladies that was on the Clubhouse conversation, I was asking for like the roadblocks. What is your roadblock when it comes to just live streaming? Because a lot of people in the business world, entrepreneurship, ministry, we know we got to show up on video. We have to be seen. And her answer was she didn't like the sound of her voice. All right. If anybody can relate to that, let me know. Because I know that was a thing for me. Like I didn't want to see myself on camera. And I sure enough didn't want to go back through the replay and then have to hear myself because I wanted to know what I was doing well, but I didn't want to actually listen to it. So if anybody has ever run into that in live streaming, if you're live streaming for yourself, let me know. Because she said she didn't want to hear her voice, and I could totally understand that. What's going on, Daniel? Good to see you. Sean, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. And when we were talking about that concept of listening to yourself, I followed up the question to her and I said, what is it that you do? Okay. And when I asked her what it is that what she did, and she talked about financial literacy, there was like no hesitation in her voice. She rattled it off, what she did, who she did it for, how she did it. And it was just seamless. And I was like, that's it right there. That's it right there. I said, when I first got started live streaming, I had to focus on my area of expertise and not be so concerned about everything that comes with live streaming. Like it's already hard enough when we think we have to buy the lights and the cameras and we have to figure out all the technical stuff of it, right? Especially if you're not even a techie, you're just trying to live stream to get out the information. The last thing you want to do is fool with all the technical stuff of it, right? And then you might see someone like me and you get a little overwhelmed thinking, oh my gosh, I need that specific mic that he has, or I need all these monitors that he has over here. It's like, you really don't. You just need something super simple. So again, shout out to Melon for a simple web-based application that just makes it easy to go live. What's going on, Rob? So when we kind of narrowed it down a little bit, and I said, just focus on the thing that you do really, really well. And let me make sure I put this up here too, because there's a title for anybody that's coming in late. Getting started with live streaming. And so when I really started to get into this live stream thing back in 2016, I started on Blab, if anybody remembers Blab, and then I jumped on Periscope. It really took a push for me to just focus on what it is that I do. Now it's pretty cool where I can show up and you all are here. I see JP, what's going on, Lawrence, people that I've just connected with recently, people that have been following my content for years. And I don't necessarily look at the numbers anymore because sometimes we go on live and we forget about everything that we know and everything that we want to talk about. And we're like, how many people are watching? And that either allows you to have really good conversation through video, or it allows you to get stuck in how many people are watching. And if you get past the hurdle and just focus on what it is that you know and deliver that message, people are going to show up. Your super fans are going to show up. I was messing with my guy, Phil. I was messing with two of them. I was messing with Phil and I was messing with Miss Roz because they were both in my clubhouse room today. And I said, Phil, how do you keep finding me? Like, I did no announcement that I was going live on Clubhouse, but he just showed up like a few minutes into the room. And he said that he didn't want to miss any of the information I put out there because it's always good information. And so I want you guys to think about that when you're live streaming, whether that's video, whether that's audio only, is that people are going to come back for you. It's not your voice, even though we might not like our voice, they might love our voice, right? Maybe you think you need to get all dressed up and fancy to go live when the person really only cares about like what's in your head. Like they're showing up because you showed up. And so it was pretty cool just to listen to what that other side, how they view us as the person behind the camera. They just want to show up for us. So if you're bringing that knowledge and that information and that value, that inspiration, they're just going to keep showing up regardless of the lighting, regardless of the camera. They'll kind of get through some of the microphone hiccup issues. Like they just want to show up for us. So I'm glad that a lot of people that I see on here, you guys do live stream, and I definitely want to help you guys that don't live stream, but you want to get through some of these hurdles. So let's put in some work tonight. So I saw Alric had a question on YouTube. So I'm going to go to his first. I want to make sure I don't miss it. So he said, my question is how to get started in live stream. And then I'm presently using Zoom, but want to know how to integrate it in YouTube. What's the easiest way to go? So Zoom, the way the platform is, it's more of it's a conference. I mean, not a conference. It's a meeting platform. Okay. It was built for meetings. I would, depending on your workflow, what you're using Zoom for, and definitely feel free to type that in. I would come off of Zoom completely because Zoom is the meeting platform. I would really look at a live streaming platform. So not to push Melon on you, but like a platform like Melon, even if you don't use Melon, right? Because it's built for live streaming. It's not built for having a meeting, even though you can do multiple things with all of these platforms. Now, if you're using Zoom and you want to go live, you can definitely, below at the bottom, click, hey, I want to go live to Facebook. I want to go live to YouTube from Zoom. But the platform isn't built to do live streaming because like Melon, I can read all your comments here on the screen. So if you guys are typing in comments, I literally can come over here and click on my little show chat window and I see everybody's comments. Whereas in Zoom, I only can really see the other people in the room and I can't see what's going on social media without having to bring up those particular platforms. So using the right platform for what it is that you're trying to accomplish is a way to make your whole workflow just easier and getting it done. I remember when I first got started live streaming and all the softwares were install based. So you had to install a program on your computer in order to go live. Now, for me, that wasn't that difficult because I'm already familiar with being on the computer all day, every day, and using programs and how live streaming just works. But now things have gotten so simple. Like literally, it took me, I'm not trying to over exaggerate. How many button clicks did it take me? Maybe like 8 button clicks. That's because I'm connected to Facebook and YouTube to go live now. And it's really simple to do it these days. So I hope that helps you out, but definitely clarify it even a little bit more if you need to. Let me see who else is on here, what you guys are saying in the chat. We also do a Zoom session with our kids program. Michael says, yes, for many years, I couldn't stand hearing myself. Alric says, I'm using Zoom for church service because not many people come out in the physical church, but I just need to go another step further. Yeah, and if you want to keep everybody in Zoom because they don't want to go out if they want to communicate inside of Zoom, you could keep Zoom. But there's even live platforms for churches specifically that have like so many more bells and whistles that you can like see virtual seats and people can like congregate after the service is over in a virtual setting that Zoom can't do. So Zoom kind of got all its fame and glory in 2020 because everybody was flocking to how can I communicate with someone. But there are a lot of platforms out there that allow you to have more of that interaction and more of that community feel. Let me check over here on Facebook, make sure I didn't miss anything over here on Facebook. Okay. Awesome. I think I'm all caught up here. Now, if I missed anything, you guys let me know. Lauren says, bro, you helped me with using my iPhone. Team iPhone. Now, let me sidebar real quick. Is anybody getting an iPhone? Is anybody getting an iPhone? Because we talked about that in our clubhouse room today, too. So I ordered my iPhone 13 to come in because I'm on iPhone 10. So I'm a few versions back. So I'm due for an upgrade. So I was live streaming on Amazon Live and talked about a whole bunch of cases. If anybody saw that for the new iPhone 13s, I have cases for all of them, y'all. So don't all of you guys hit me up at the same time, but I have cases for all the iPhones. But what's crazy is that I never would have thought that me just showing up to go live would open the opportunity up to talk about iPhone cases and be compensated to talk about iPhone cases for an hour. That's just, it's mind boggling to me. And so when you do turn on the camera and you do go live, you're going to, in your mind, you know who you kind of want to reach, who you kind of want to talk to, but you'll also have people that find you just because you showed up and you went live. And so, a company showed up, they started watching me when I was going live. So I can see everybody that's watching me right now from a numbers perspective. So right now it's like 25 people watching me now from a numbers perspective, but I don't necessarily know who everybody is unless you put your name in the chat, right? And even the people that I don't know on a personal level, I don't even know you all the way. And so when a company reaches out and says, hey, we see what you're doing, we want to collaborate with you, that only happens because I turned on the camera and just went live. And so no matter what industry or field you're in, if you turn on the camera and you go live on these social platforms, it's a real thing out here, y'all. I'm gonna do a webinar on Thursday. I'm not sure if I have that in the chat. I'll have to put that in the chat for brand deals and sponsorships, because going live in 2021 is something I'm going to encourage you guys to do. I'm over here hitting the wrong buttons. I'm on camera 3. I still have not connected everything back, y'all. Like y'all see that suitcase back there? Watch this. See that suitcase? Underneath that suitcases are my 2 Pelicans still full of equipment. I still have not connected everything back, and it's been a week. Alric says, so you recommend Melon? Yes, I think Melon, I've used a lot of platforms. Melon is an easy platform for web-based. So there's I look at live streaming software in different tiers, and anyone that's new to live streaming, I would encourage to look at web-based applications. If you're brand new, look at web-based applications, because you don't have to install any software. So what that really means is, even if you have like an older computer, you don't have to worry about having enough RAM, really RAM to go off of, processing power. You don't need any of that per se to let your live streams run how they should. Then the next level above that is software that you install, which gives you more flexibility around like production. There's just more things you can do with it at a production level. And so I'll use those too when the time is necessary, because I need to be able to control a couple things more so. So there's software that you use and install. But the thing about that is, any software you install, you need to have a computer that can process all that data. So if you get really fancy with some of the stuff I do, then you have to use that. Now, everything you guys are seeing me do here on Mondays, I'm doing it all through Melon, which is this web app. So I'm switching cameras with this device, and that's kind of the only additional thing to make things a little bit easier for me from a live streaming perspective. But um, being able to just hit go live, I can switch my camera, I can turn on my microphones, I can share my screen, I can schedule my live streams in advance so people get the notifications. I can see how many people are watching me live in real time. Definitely check it out. And plus, it's free. Like, you can get started for free. And if you want more flexibility in the platform, then you can always upgrade. But when I got started, the only free software you had was OBS, and you had to learn it. And that even though I took my time going real slow, for some people that are not techies, they were not trying to learn that platform, because you actually had to click a lot of buttons and drag and drop, and then the customization with it, they were getting overwhelmed. Or like now, I can change stuff on the fly, on the screen, off the screen. Let me check out. I know I saw something come in from Sean. She says, I like to hide behind the camera. It feels more comfortable to hide, but I have to show up. A couple of different things you can do too. I used to do like behind the scenes over the shoulder shots. So I would literally teach a class or go live to like a private audience, like on Zoom, but I would have my camera be like an over the shoulder, and it would live stream to like Facebook, and I would forget the fact that I was even live. I would just be focusing on who I was talking to, and the social media audience would just see you or hear more so that conversation. So like, pretend like I'm talking to this audience right here. Like, I'd be going in, teaching everything, and then this camera would just be capturing that on video, and you guys would hear it, you would see it and everything like that. So it was a way for me to go live, but not really have to think about, oh my gosh, I'm live and I got to talk to this audience of people, because I was just focused in over here. So Alric says, so what's the production software? Production software, there's a bunch of them. I can't even get into all of them. I mean, you got vMix, Wirecast, you got what's the other one? Oh, gee, my buddy likes that thing. What is that thing called? vMix and Wirecast are the two, but you're gonna pay for those. Oh, you gonna pay for production software. So don't go jumping out there unless you've got some practice under your belt for sure. Deandra says, hi, Monty. First time on your stream. Nice to make your acquaintance. Awesome. Thank you for being here. All my first timers, let me know if you're first timer like Deandra here. So welcome. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going live. Shout out to Melon for making this happen. Promise y'all, I wouldn't be on here unless Melon made this happen. So we are collaborating to, they said, we'll give you the software to go live and help people. And I said, sure, I can help people all day, and we can talk this live streaming. So if you guys have questions around the tech side of live streaming, getting started live streaming, that's what we dedicate this time for. Now, I got some special guests coming up starting next week, I believe. Starting next week. Yeah. So my people, my friends, my associates that live stream and have been in this space, we're going to interview some people and hear their stories and like why they live stream, how to overcome some of these hurdles of live streaming, and what platforms they like to live stream on, because I like YouTube and I like Amazon Live. So I'm looking forward to being able to share the hour talking to other people as well. All right, let me make sure I don't miss any questions over here. All right. All the ladies on my live stream like to use all these emojis over here, so y'all are throwing me off with all these emojis. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up here. I saw Pastor George says, I'm going to try Melon. Does it stream to multiple platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook? So Melon goes to YouTube and Facebook, no Instagram. So stay tuned for a YouTube video for Instagram. I found a way to go pre-recorded to Instagram, but Instagram natively still doesn't allow us to go to their platform. But yeah, Melon allows me to easily connect it to YouTube and Facebook. But you can also go to like Twitch and other platforms too, but those are just the main two that I'm using. Steve Worthy says, what's good, Monty? Catching you for the first time. for live. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's only my second time going live here on in this year. Maybe it feels bad to say that I don't go live that often, but now I do. So glad you're here. Sherry says Melon is very easy to use. Yeah, it's so easy to use. So I'm going to be doing some tutorials on it as well. They're coming out with like a lot of features as well. Like they even have shortcut hotkeys for your keyboard. So if you like using keyboard shortcuts, they have that. I like to chat because all the chat is put into one place. When I set up all the cameras, I want to like do an over the camera shot for you guys. I probably could do some screen share now, but I don't want you guys to see the infinite loop and get all too confused. Let's see. All right. All right. I'm going to load it real quick here. Let's see. All right. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. And that's my whole interface that I'm looking at. But I want to do some demos on it so you guys can really see it for sure. All right, so let's hide that one. Christine, what's going on? Christine was hanging out in the clubhouse room earlier today, and we were talking about. She brought up a good point about live streaming. Like I was saying earlier, when you go live and you look at them numbers and you don't see a lot of people on there, it can deter you. But one of the things that Christine learned to do is know that when she goes live, that content is going to get repurposed anyway. So even though that, like, all right, I'm a realist, y'all. This is y'all ready to go in a little bit. I'm a realist here. What's going on, Cheryl? Good to see you. It won't grab Amazon Live chat, Cheryl. So, Cheryl, since you're here and you're an Amazon Liver, I need you to put. Well, I'm gonna copy and paste it because I need Melon to allow us to go to Amazon Live. So I'm pushing the issue hard for it. All right. So if you go to Amazon Live, my Amazon Live people, Melon doesn't connect to it yet. But if there's enough of us that unite together, I think we can make it happen. So I'm pressing the issue because there's a whole bunch of us that go to Amazon Live and we need Melon to help us do that. But yeah, so what was I getting ready to say? I was about to go in on something, Cheryl. I forgot what it was. It'll come back to me. Gee, what was it? This is why Chris had reached out to Chris is like, you need a moderator for your chat. I was like, yeah, I do. That way I can keep my thoughts together. Man, what was I going to talk about? I got this notebook here too, and I should have wrote it down. I'm going to start writing stuff down during my live streams. Like I got a list of notes of stuff that I do every day, and I should have wrote that down while I was thinking about it. All right, while I'm thinking about it, let me see who else has not told me that they're here. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. But every Monday, you guys, repurposing live content. Okay, there we go. All right, thank you. Give me the keys, coach. All right, so repurposing your live content, y'all. Even though, all right, let me backtrack. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl, you distracted me and you reminded me. Thank you. All right. When you go live, especially if you're just getting started, you have to realize that you're just getting started. You're the new kid on the block. All right. Nobody knows you. Nobody expects you to go live. Nobody knows what you're going to talk about. You're new. So you gotta earn it. Right. And when I think about going live in any platform, any setting, hey, Pastor Archie's here. Good to see you, sir. When you go live in any setting, you want to know what's going on around you. All right. So like right now, today is Monday. It is 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. I am fully aware that it is September. Monday Night Football is getting ready to come on soon. So I either could go live at 8 p.m., which may be a little bit better of a time to catch more people after like a dinner. But I also know I'm competing with Monday Night Football. So I try to think about when I go live and understand the fact that I might not catch a lot of people that are football fans around this time. That's a high likelihood. Like especially who's playing tonight. I know the Packers are playing tonight. If you're a Packers football fan and you're on my stream, I would be shocked because you are getting prepped and ready to watch something else. You're not getting ready to watch Monty Weaver go live. You're getting ready to watch the Green Bay Packers go live. Okay. So I am fully aware that when I go live, I'm not expecting people to show up. When I go live, I just want to deliver my information. And if you find it, you find it. And if you show up, you show up. And I'm going to cater to the people that show up, not think about, I need to talk to 50,000 people when I go live. If only one of y'all showed up and asked a question, who was it, Alric? If only Alric showed up and asked a question tonight, this whole hour would be dedicated to him. The whole hour. Like, what questions do you have? Let's get a whole bunch of answers done. Let's get you straight. Come back next week and let's follow up. Like, that's what it would be, right? So when I go live, I'm here to deliver this message and not looking at how many people show up. Okay. So when you get done your message in your live stream, all that can be repurposed. All that content can be chopped up a little bit, and then you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on Twitter, you can put it on Instagram, you can put it on all these platforms. If you guys haven't been in your App Store or your Google Play Store, go in there and look at all these other platforms that exist. One of the platforms I had talked about before is called Haps, and it's like a platform that's not even like, it's never even like used here in the US. And I turned some people onto Haps because Haps allows you to tap into a different market of people that are on the platform outside of the US. So there's a lot of different places you can distribute your content. We just typically, in this social media world, we're familiar with the big players in the game, the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, but there are other platforms that you guys can go live on and build an audience. So definitely check it out, because there's just a bunch of them. Cheryl says, I keep sharing my live links, even Amazon live recordings through social over and over. Yeah, because there's a good chance that message will resonate at least a minute after we're done the live, at least 5 minutes after we're done the live, at least a day after I'm done this live. It's a good chance something I said will be worth it down the road. I have over here, I literally have, because I was going through some stuff earlier today too, a hard drive full of videos from recording my mastermind sessions, videos of me doing virtual speaking conferences, videos of me working behind the scenes. I have video after video after video on here. And some of the videos I put on social media months after it has happened. Months after it has happened. You would know the difference because it's a video that was relevant still. So it's funny because I have all this stuff back here, y'all. When I get the other camera set up, hold on, can we do this? All right, y'all don't mind if I do this. I'm trying to think of how much mess I got going on over here. All right, y'all bear with me here. I want to turn this camera so y'all can see all this stuff over here, so I can drive home a point. All right, all this stuff over here, y'all. All this stuff over here. This stuff is more so new, but I've got a box of stuff up, or I got boxes up there, and a box in this closet, and boxes over here of just stuff that I've gotten, but I have not put it on social media yet. Okay, let me fix my camera. So the few items you guys have seen me talk about, like when it comes to like brand deals and sponsorships, that only touches like the surface of stuff that's here. Trust me, ask my wife. Like, there's boxes that show up every single day, and I have enough content for social media to go live and talk about. But if I just record it while I'm doing it, I can put out that content at any time. Anytime I want to put that content out. So some of the stuff you guys will see is actually old and I've just had it for a while. I just need some content for social media. So either video, and that's the cool thing about video. You can take video and you can take a screenshot, and now it's an image. You can do the video, take some audio out, and now it's a podcast. So you can repurpose your content in so many different ways. Alric says, when I go live on YouTube via Melon, can I go back and watch it later? So yeah. So Melon is just a platform to go live to whatever platform. So you're watching it later on the platform that you sent the video to. So let me go over here real quick. I'm trying to adjust my camera, but I don't want y'all to see me like over here with my foot trying to adjust my camera. I need my PTZs hooked back up. I really need to hook my PTZs back up. Like I'm telling y'all, I've got two of my PTZs just sitting back here on boxes. I've got two PTZ cameras just hiding back here because I just haven't had a chance to hook everything back up. But yeah, so you can definitely you can go back and watch your content later. Melon is just the software that you're using to send it to whichever platform you want. And the thing I like about Melon too is they're built-in recording. So I can actually go and hit the record button. So let's say we used to do this. So let's say you want to practice. I used to teach this stuff in like a course format, like people getting ready to start live streaming. And we built a private Facebook group just so you could practice. And everybody that was in that training, you know, we would go and we would watch your live stream because we knew you were practicing. So it was a chance for you to make mistakes and try to figure out, if I click this button, do I go live, or hold on, how do I see the comments? Like all that stuff that people take for granted. We had like a practice little group. So you could either do that, and with Melon, you can actually have the record button too. So if you didn't want to go live, if you just wanted to hit record and pretend like you're going live, you could do it that way as well. But don't watch your stuff too often. You just want to really focus on getting it out there, because you don't want to over critique yourself and all that stuff that becomes a roadblock and a hurdle like some of us used to do. Let me see my comments up here. Cheryl says, most things don't change overnight unless you are doing trending topics. Yep. And I don't do too many trending topics. Like, unless something, I try to be first to a couple topics. Like if I know something's about to come out, stay tuned. Because I have two things that showed up today that I can't even talk about into the release date. So, yeah, so I like to be ahead of the curve when I can. Cheryl says, I'm waiting for your course this week so I can learn how to get boxes of stuff to be paid for it. Yeah, so I'm on Thursday. Let me make sure I grab that info while I said it and throw it in the chat. So on Thursday, I'm going to be talking about brand deals and sponsorships. I'm going to be talking about it from my perspective of how I've done it. And it's because I started just going live, and then I'm going to grab that and put that in. So if you guys want to hang out on Thursday, now I will tell you there will be an offer at the end of it. After that class, there will be an offer, significant offer too. But I think it's worth it. I have not put out anything in a long time, y'all. I used to do classes and courses a lot, but I just haven't had the time to. But I will do something for this specifically, just because a lot of people have asked, and I've been able to help a lot of people that are, you know, in my community get some brand deals and sponsorships just for going live. So like literally, y'all, like Melon is paying me to show up and talk to y'all for an hour. Like that is the coolest thing, especially because I like talking about this stuff. This is what I do. So if you can talk about what it is that you do and get compensated for it, like it's a win-win. So I get compensated for showing up, talking about it, using a live streaming platform that I need to use anyway. And it gives me a chance to connect with you guys, grow an audience, grow a community. And it's like all the way around. So there's so many different ways that you can use live streaming to your advantage. But the thing is, you have to go live. People have to see you. They have to know that you're there. If we don't know you're there, then why would we reach out to you? Like we wouldn't even know how to reach out to you if you don't show up and go live. So being able to hit the camera record button, hit the stream button, I understand that's a big deal. And once you can get over that and hit that stream button, and then if you hit it early and often, and you always showing up, then people will find you easier because you're always, top of mind, front and center. Um, Let me see here. Carmelita says I'm going to have to contact Melon for my shirt. They have a couple different colors. They have the pink shirt, and they also have the green shirt. I'm not sure if they have like an online store. I'm gonna have to ask them. They have the Facebook group, so you guys can jump in the Melon Facebook group too. Cheryl says it must see for influence of all sizes who want to get better brand deals. Okay, you got something. I'll check that out once we get done. Then a question, I don't want to mispronounce your name, says between Wirecast and Melon, which is better? Use case. Where's my guy Kurt at when I need him? Because me and Kurt talk about this all the time. So I do not believe in a which is better anything. Like, I don't subscribe to it. It's all about use case. When lighting, use case, cameras, use case, like live streaming platforms, use case. Like, I have to know what you're using it for because there's different reasons to use different things. Melon is a easy to use live stream web-based platform. Like, your baby can use Melon, like, because it's like click, click, clear. I want to go live. And for some people, that's all they want. That's all they need. They just need, how can I know Carmelita's used it. Who else was up here that said they use it? Sherry says she used it. It's easy. That hands down easy. It gives you a whole bunch of functionality to make your job, not your job, but make your live streaming experience easy, because there's not a lot of thinking involved. And then everything, what I told Melon is I think like the interface is easy, because there's some platforms where the interface can get you a little bit mixed up because you're trying to find stuff, but the interface is just easy. And that's a big deal for some people because they don't want to have to work to get the live stream out. They just need something simple. So that's what Melon does. I've used Wirecast for years. Wirecast is a totally different platform, totally different. There is a significant learning curve when it comes to using a platform like Wirecast, but it gives you a lot more of production. I can bring in things and visually see a lot of things pre-production that I can get ready to execute on. I can use hotkey buttons on my stream decks, and I can bring in virtual stuff in Melon too. But like, I can just create a different stream experience with a platform like Wirecast. There's built-in stuff with PTZ cameras, but the thing is, I use PTZ cameras. So if I have a platform that has native built-in PTZ stuff, I can do it. There's ability for me to do a whole bunch of customizations with chats and lower thirds that are built into the platform. Scoreboards are already built into the platforms. Virtual sets are built into the platform on Wirecast. But most people are never going to use any of that stuff. So if you're not going to use it, which is better? Well, better could be Melon or better could be Wirecast. So it always comes down to use case. So definitely knowing the more about what you're going to use it for gives you the ability to make the right choice and probably save some money too, without spending a whole bunch of money on something that you'll never use half of the features. So Chris says he uses it too. Definitely like the web-based for streaming on the road. Yeah, because really, when me and Chris were in Florida, my goal was to go live and start this show a week earlier. And I was going to go live with using Melon, because Wirecast, like I said, it's a heavy program. Like, and on my laptop, I could run it, but it's a lot to do it. Like, I could do it because I'm a techie. It's what I do all day. But I would much rather have preferred to just run it off of Melon, because it was quick, it's simple. Like, I connected, boom, and just go. It's not like I was producing anything. I was just going live and just wanted to share some insight and knowledge. Daniel says, I just linked my social media to Melon and it was easy, really easy. Yeah. So like, if you want to go easy, go web-based. Pastor George says we use Wirecast at our church, but Melon or Be Live is what I'm using at home. Yeah, use case right there. So I've had the opportunity to go up and get Pastor George set up. And Wirecast, you use it for the production, and then Melon, you use it for home. It's just easier and faster, because we don't need all the bells and whistles. And I have Wirecast, I have OBS on here, I have VMix, I have all of them on here. I don't have Ecamm yet, but like I just want to stick to, for especially like this, easy works. But I've used them all. Carmelita says that's what I love about Melon because my tech skills are on baby level. Carmelita, she y'all don't believe her. Don't believe her. She's got toddler skills at least. She's got toddler skills. Miss Felicia says hello everyone. Please consider hitting the like button. Yes, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Y'all hit the like button if you're on YouTube. I appreciate that. Um, all right. I think I caught up on comments over here. Not all right. Let me make sure I'm all good over here. Okay. Cool. All right. I think I'm good. How much time we got left? 13 minutes. All right. So we were talking about getting started, going live. If you guys have any additional questions, let me know. Now is the time to ask while I'm running through my things to remember to talk about here. October 1st and 2nd. All right. October 1st and 2nd. I will be at Pastor George's church up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, bootstrapping your way to success. We did this in 2019. And in 2019, I talked about going on YouTube, y'all. And I found the clip of me talking about I am going to play the YouTube game hard in 2020. I have it. So if you guys are there, if you're watching virtually or if you come in person, I have the documentation that says I was going to go in on YouTube, and it has significantly grown in 2020. So Pastor George is going to be there. I'll be there. Glenn P. Brooks Jr. and Cherie will be there. We got Les, the branding expert's going to be there. YB's going to be there. So we're going to have a good time. So any of my Clubhouse people that are in the Bootstrapping Your Way to Success community, you know all these names already. But if you're not, definitely we're going to dive in on that weekend. So DJ Mastermind Chris, that's on YouTube, he's going to be there. VIP tickets are already sold out. They're sold out. They've been sold out. But we do have some general admission seating. We are limiting the capacity, so to keep everything nice and safe. So definitely make sure that you grab that ticket before the date gets here. Again, shout out to Melon for making this live stream happen. I hope you guys will enjoy these every week. I'm going to come live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right before Monday Night Football. Now, if the Dolphins play, y'all don't mess with me. If the Miami Dolphins play, I got to go look at the schedule. On a day I have to go live, we're going to get in and we're going to get out quick because I want to watch my Dolphins play. But we're going to make sure we might have to have the TV in here during the live stream so I can just watch the pregame warm-ups or something. So shout out y'all's favorite football team in the chat. I need to see who I'm working with while I'm chatting with y'all, because Mondays is going to be a little football thrown in because I like to use some analogies. So if I use my little football analogies, I'm letting y'all know right now, because it's Mondays, I might use some football analogies in here. Pastor George said, don't worry, they don't have any national games. Pastor George, I thought we were right here. Chris says the Ravens, Washington football team on here. Ooh, Emmanuel says the Patriots. Ouch, Emmanuel. Well, I'm not as hurt that you're a Patriots fan because number 12 is down in Tampa. So for the longest time, I just could not rock with anybody that was a Patriots fan. So Cheryl says, do I have to like the Raiders now that they are the home team? The Raiders are over here winning games this year. 2-0. They winning some games. Look, y'all, we talking about live streaming. Have you all paid attention to Miss Felicia? I ain't even messing with you. Have you guys paid attention to the players and the athletes that are going live now? There are some players, y'all, that have live streams that are getting a lot of viewership and they're growing these channels. So don't think that you can't get out here too and just grow these channels. Like, these are athletes that they don't even show up for live. Now, granted, they have a little audience because of the celebrity status, but they're spending time growing these social media platforms and investing in these social media platforms. They're paying camera crews to follow them around to create content for social media because these videos, especially on YouTube, last a long time. All right. There's one of the guys in this area, in DC area, Bradley Beal, and like he has a growing YouTube channel. And he documents things for a YouTube channel. He's growing an audience over there. And it's X players are going live streaming this here, y'all. So if you're not tapping into it, definitely do so. Pastor George says we have a game Monday night, December 27th. Okay. See, we got one. We got one national game. And of course, we get a national game when our quarterback goes down, too. So ain't that something? Golden Knights, Las Vegas Hockey does good with clips live during the game. Yeah. The incorporation of live aspect in the national spotlight when you watch things is pretty cool because live allows you to connect real time with the audience. So right now I can talk to you guys like in real time. And me and Chris, we were doing a hybrid conference. And one of the cool parts about live is the fact that we had the people that were attending virtual, they could ask their questions and we could immediately get it to the host presenter so that they could answer the question in real time. There is just something about live that allows you to connect with someone in real time, and you don't have to feel like you're waiting on an answer. Like sometimes on YouTube, I try my best to respond to the comments on there as best I can, but sometimes like things get busy. I just don't have time to sit there and respond to all the comments. But like live, it's a lot easier to do that. Now, I probably will still need a moderator because if you guys keep showing up like you do tonight, I don't want to miss any questions on here because, all of my emoji friends on here, Carmelita, Chris, who else left me all these emojis on here tonight? Miss Felicia says she's in the DMV that weekend. Miss Felicia, I have to get you a Dolphin shirt or a Dolphins hat. You like green and orange? Did y'all see my background today, right? Y'all see the color scheme going on today back there, right? That was not even intentional. I promise y'all that was not intentional. It's the salt lamp and my Gove light. That wasn't intentional at all. Emmanuel says, now I live in West Verde, West Africa, but I'm from Boston, Patriots Nation all the way. Live is a conversation in the moment. Absolutely. Miss Felicia, I haven't seen you go live in a while. I did see you outside doing some home improvements though. I did see you go live there, but I want to see your studio. I haven't seen your studio in a while. Then he says, love the colors. Yeah, I need to. So I let my nephews borrow my iPad, and I need my iPad to change all my colors on the Gove lights. These Gove lights, I need to reach out to Gove because they're not donating to the stream right now. But these Gove lights are pretty awesome. But the app has so many different color palettes in it that you literally, if you can't find the color that you like on that thing, there's a problem. So if you guys haven't seen me talk about that on Amazon Live, definitely check out the Gove lights. But I'll feature them a little bit more, maybe. Let me see. Renee's laughing at me. Can you green screen on Melon? Yes, you can. I have not done it in a while, but you can green screen on Melon. Video, and let me do a screen share real quick. So over on the right hand side, there's actually something that says enable green screen, and you just turn it on. So I'm not gonna turn it on now, but it's like literally a clickable button. So, but yep, you can green screen on Melon. I might have to do a tutorial on some green screens too, because I have my green screens underneath my desk. I don't use it that often unless I'm taking some thumbnail images for Amazon or YouTube. So I'll have to do a green screen tutorial too and show you guys what that looks like in real time for anybody that's interested in green screens. Miss Felicia said, no, I haven't been live in a very long time, but I'm happy to join you anytime. Tweaking cameras now. Y'all check out Miss Felicia, especially on Facebook, and look at all her setup. Her setup is nice. She's got everything. She's got everything. She's got everything. Cheryl says, I had not heard of Melon until now. Awesome. I'm going to make sure I tell Melon that too. That you didn't hear about it until you heard it from me. Because, and what's pretty cool too, I was put up some videos on YouTube and they saw me on YouTube. Tell you guys, put out video, put out content, put out information, put out what you know. What I titled today, put out your knowledge, put out your expertise, do it in video format, because one share can like literally change your life or somebody else's life. One click of a button, say, hey, go watch this, or hey, go follow this person. Like the connections that happen because of video are incredible. So I've been able to work with some amazing people, connected with amazing people just by showing up on video, been able to connect people together just because they've been in my live stream. So kind of what you guys saw if you were on here at the beginning, my wife is on Facebook, Carmelita's on YouTube. I'm over here doing a conversation between the two of them. And, you know, people can meet people on your live stream. You can be the connector because they showed up for your live stream. And that conversation was engaging, and, you know, some type of way, you know, now you got a, you know, a bigger partnership than if you wouldn't have just showed up at all. So live streaming is changing the game. Pastor Archie says, same here, first time hearing about Melon. Miss Felicia said, I have never heard about Melon before tonight either. I joined the live tonight to glean from your vast chest of knowledge and experience. What's pretty cool about Melon, y'all, okay, let me drop this on you. They are associated with, I'm about to ask them for the exact terminology and how to say it, but they are associated with Streamlabs OBS. Okay. Now, Streamlabs OBS is like, all right, anybody that's familiar with OBS, Streamlabs OBS gives you a lot more that you can do with it. It's the installed version, and you can do a lot of customizations. You can even build in the donation tab and all that kind of stuff. And I was playing with that yesterday. So if you look at Streamlabs OBS and what it can do, Melon is like the web-based version of it. And if you look at Logitech, if you go to like Melon and you kind of search around, they're associated with Logitech. Now, that's what I really like about it. So I'm looking for some big things to happen because of who has the connections. So like Logitech, like the mouse Logitech, the keyboard Logitech company. Yeah, so that association is pretty cool. So looking for some big things to come out of that space, because we're all familiar with Logitech. If you own a keyboard and a mouse, chances are at some time you had it. If you owned a webcam, chances are you've owned a Logitech piece of equipment. And so Melon is that live stream offset of that. So Cheryl said OBS was heavy and so hard for me. Yeah, switch on over to something easier. Well, Cheryl, not for you yet. Don't switch over to Melon yet, because it's not available for Amazon Live. But if we knock down the doors hard enough, I think they'll let it happen. Albert says, thanks again for your time. No problem. Cheryl says, love the Logitech M187 mouse. Ooh, I'm about to check that one out. Send me an Amazon link so I check that one out. What else we got going on over here? I think I got everybody's comment. Cool. So we are at the top of the hour. I'm glad you guys were able to hang out with me again. Episode 2, talking about live streaming. Next week, I got my guy Chris Giles coming on here. He's going to be my first guest on this Melon show, and I'm excited to talk to him, kind of pick his brain a little bit about, you know, how he got into live streaming, where he likes to live stream, brands and sponsorships, because I swear every time we get in a room, we're talking about that on some level. So I'm excited to talk to him about that. So mark your calendars, guys. Every Monday, I'm about to say Saturday, every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, next week, Chris. Don't make me have to go double check now. I got to go double check because I feel like I need to go double check. I'm almost like 300,000%. It's next week. Um, but yeah, you guys make sure you come back and tune in for that. If you haven't already, like the video. If you're not even subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're getting started in live streaming and you're trying to find an easy way to do it, check out Melon. Pretty easy to use app. And they have a Facebook community, so you can always jump in there if you have questions about it. So appreciate you guys for hanging out with me here. Good to see all my people. I would shout all of you guys out, but I don't want to miss anybody's name. But I do see you guys here because Melon shows me everybody that's here. If you guys have questions, want to see anybody, want me to reach out, interview anybody, let me know. Just shoot me a message and I'll do my best to get them here. I already got a bunch of people lined up that I want to talk to just because I want to talk to them because I know they live stream. I want to know their stories. And if you want to be a guest on here, let me know as well. There's a couple people in my mind that I already want you to be a guest just because I think it'll push you out of your element a little bit to be a guest here. And I would love to chat with you here on a live setting. Emmanuel says, does Melon have a one-time fee or monthly? So it's monthly. So they offer monthly. So you get the free version or you can get the monthly version. But if a one time, not a lot of companies offer a one time these days. Yeah, there's some type of like renewal, maintenance, and you got to understand. Like if you're on the development side, like you're not doing a one time. Like it takes too much time, energy, and resources to offer a one time because someone's got to manage the server. Someone is housing that data for you. Like Melon allows you to record it, so somebody's got to pay for storage somewhere, so it wouldn't even make sense to offer a one-time fee. I would be leery of a company that offers a one-time fee because chances are when they don't feel like maintaining the servers, there's nobody to work on them, so that means they're gonna get shut down. Nobody's updating stuff. So I don't know, that maybe that's me because I understand that other side of it, but I know a lot of people ask about one-time payment services, and like if you get a one-time payment services, don't expect to be using it that long because you're not paying the one to keep it running. So definitely monthly payment options are available. So I think I got everything covered here. I think I'll double check in. Go Pack Go, I guess. I don't know who they're playing. So tonight I'm a Packers fan, but I'm glad you guys were all able to join me here on the live stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And those of you guys want to come hang out with me on Thursday, I'll be talking about brand deals and sponsorships. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely feel free to join me then. And until next time, you guys be blessed, and I'll see you next week.